Hi, I'm Karen Elliott. Today on Southern Accents, we'll explore the beauty of the mountains of western North Carolina, but we won't be roughing it. We'll also enjoy gourmet food and the charms of a southern village.
We'll relax with a hike in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Discover a wonderful inn near Lake Glenville. And I'll give you ideas where to dine and shop in Cashiers. All that and more coming up on Southern Accents. For generations, people have been drawn to the stunning mountain vistas and pristine lakes that surround the communities of Glenville and Cashiers in western North Carolina. Outdoor enthusiasts enjoy boating, fishing, hiking, mountain biking, rock climbing, and golf. It's known as the land of waterfalls because you'll quickly encounter one of the area's cascading marvels. Don't forget your camera. You'll want to capture the fun of a quick dip or a very unique perspective. If you'd like to stay overnight, accommodations range from rustic, elegant resorts to lakeside cabin rentals and beautiful inns. This area is paradise for foodies. You'll find everything from restaurants run by classically trained chefs to casual fare that will suit every member of the family. But what makes this region such an idyllic getaway is a quiet walk along a trail in the woods, leisurely paddling along one of the area lakes, friendly people, and cool summer breezes.
I often forget how nice it is to put my cell phone away and take a walk in nature. Hiking is a popular pastime here. The forest trails, lakes, and waterfalls are a joy to explore. But I want to learn more about this area, so I enlisted the help of a guide.
Robin Bailey has been hiking more than 10 years and works with one of the local outfitters, leading visitors of all skill levels along these Blue Ridge Mountain trails. She's a Navy veteran, certified in CPR, first aid, field medicine, and cold weather medicine. I was confident she could handle anything we'd encounter, so we hit the trail.
What is it that is so special about this area? Why are there so many waterfalls?
We're in a rainforest. We get close to 100 inches a year in this area, and it's just beautiful. I mean, God has really blessed this area. It's so untouched. I mean, you can hear the birds, you can hear the water, and you come here and get away from the hustle and bustle. There's not a place like it on earth. And you come here and people walk away and all their stresses are away. You're given mountains, you're given streams, put on some boots, get a fly rod, and come and go hiking and go fishing. Any day that you don't have dirt on your boots and sun on your face isn't a good day.
What about weather?
We don't have massive snows like they do up north, and the summers, some days we get really hot, but it's pretty moderate in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and it's nice. Fall is a great time of year to come. We have gorgeous colors in these mountains. I hike year round, so nothing really stops me.
What if I book a hike with you all? Does weather ever play a role?
The only thing that would stop me would be lightning. I hike in the rain. It's actually really nice. Mostly, a lot of our trails are canopied, and so you really don't get really wet, so it's nice.
Put on a poncho and go.
Exactly. Would you like some water?
Sure, this would be a good time.
Okay. I've got some in my back.
Oh, thanks.
Besides dangerous animals out here, there's some dangerous, well, not super dangerous, but you can catch some stuff out here, which is poison ivy. And here's a nice little patch of it. It can be jagged edged, it can be smooth edge, and we always say leaves of 3, let it be.
So show me.
So we have leaves of 3, leaves of 3. So don't touch it. If you touch it, you'll be itching for quite a while.
I'm going to get deep in the forest, but
Yes.
yet I can relax.
Yes, and safety is our #1 issue too. We always make sure we know all about our clients, allergies,
Level of activity
level
they can
activity,
handle?
any disabilities. We make sure we have all the right gear for our clients. My job is to keep you safe. We always let you know what is in the area. Each trail is different. Some areas have more bears than others. Some areas have more snakes than others. And we let our clients know that ahead of time. If you do have a fear of those animals, I won't take you in an area that has a lot of those. So,
But if I want to see some?
I'll take you there.
A lot of folks include an activity such as this when they are visiting the area for a special occasion.
If you want to book a wedding or a wedding party to come out and go hiking,
That's a great idea.
or if you want to do that proposal up on the mountain, we can take you out and take the ring, take the champagne, and surprise them up there, and take the bachelorette party out there and have a good time.
That is some clear water,
It
Robin.
is. If you watch, you'll probably see some trout go through.
So it's conceivable on a hike on any given trail, I won't see anybody except the party I'm with.
It can happen. Karen, we've come to the end of the trail. I hope you enjoyed your hike.
Oh, Robin, it has been fabulous. And I'm so glad that I enlisted the help of a guide, and such a fine one. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Come back and see us.
I will.
Rejuvenated after enjoying fresh mountain air and a nice hike, it was time to check in at Innisfree Bed and Breakfast by the lake, the perfect place to continue a mountain getaway.
It's quiet, it's romantic, it's long-sought solitude for a lot of people just trying to get away.
And it's also a time to renew a relationship. We've had people tell us that they really needed this, away from the children and the job and everything.
Not only does the inn offer a tranquil escape, the amenities and attention to detail here have earned impressive accolades.
We're members of American Automobile Association, and we have been awarded the 4 diamond. There's only 1 through 5. The 5 diamonds are usually the Four Seasons, the Ritz, and etc. But we've been 4 for about 22 or 23 years in sequence now.
Now, tell me about the refreshments when guests arrive. What's available to
We
them? during the day?
always offer them cookies or cake, coffee cake. This happens to be a lemonade pound cake that they went crazy over. And so sometimes we'll have an assortment of cookies out. We always serve them something. If they get here after 5, we usually give them wine or champagne.
If the champagne cruise is offered when you're here, you'll love sipping beverages and nibbling cocktail fare as you glide over Lake Glenville, visiting with other guests and hearing entertaining stories from Henry and Claire. It's offered spring through fall, and I'm told the autumn colors reflecting on the water are spectacular. At an altitude of more than 3,400 feet, this lake is the highest one east of the Mississippi. It was built as a reservoir in 1941 to supply hydroelectric power to the Aluminum Company of America in the production of aluminum for military purposes. Today, luxury homes have been built along the 26 miles of shoreline, with the lake providing outstanding opportunities for boating, kayaking, and fishing. If the champagne cruise is not offered when you visit the inn, don't worry. There's a hospitality hour that is also very entertaining. It's a delightful time to gather and visit with guests before you head to dinner.
Hospitality hour is 5:30 to 6:30 every afternoon, unless we do the cruise. We serve wine and we offer beer, but we also have the raspberry lemonade or ginger ale for those who don't want alcohol. And then I serve cheese and crackers, my famous firecrackers.
Other amenities include turn-down service, in-room refrigerators, microwaves, coffee makers, and more.
I teach dance lessons. I've started a lot of our guests into ballroom dancing, and they'll come back and show me what they've learned when they've been taking their lessons somewhere else.
And in the rooms, sherry.
Yes.
That's a lovely touch.
Yes.
Well, cream sherry is something nice to have in the evening, you know.
Especially sitting on that patio, Henry.
We have a lot of wildlife.
Yeah, we have a fox and a bear that visits us once in a while.
There are 4 guest rooms in the main building and 6 rooms in the garden building. Most have a fireplace and all have private balconies or patios.
The decor, y'all, is beautiful. True antiques. Tell me about the decor.
I had an antique shop in town, so for that reason alone, I would go to estate sales and auctions and that sort of thing and collect pieces of furniture.
Each room has a different name, taken from noted Victorian authors. Secluded on the top floor is the spacious Lord Tennyson Suite, popular for special occasions. The Elizabeth Barrett Suite is also well appointed with sweeping views of the Blue Ridge Mountains. The Rudyard Kipling Suite will make you feel as if you've stepped right into the Jungle Book. You may not want to leave the property, but if you do, there's lots to explore nearby.
This lake right out here is a state record for walleye and rainbow trout. And it's one of the 10 cleanest lakes in North Carolina. It's 26 miles of shoreline.
What about arranging hikes and things like that for guests?
I do lead hikes, and it's just complimentary. You know, I enjoy hiking so much. I give them a hiking map, and we determine how strenuous they can handle something, because we have some moderates, and then you got the intermediates. They'll take some routes and some hills, and then you have the exotic expeditioners.
Well, one of the big rewards in hiking on many of these trails is the waterfalls you find. And this area around Cashiers and Glenville have more waterfalls, they say, than any other place in the country.
And we make sure that we tell people what to do. We don't want them just, what are we going to do? We tell them the best restaurants. We even make the reservations for them if they'd like. So we try to, tell people about different shops. Be sure you go to Victoria's Closet.
So the shopping is good too, Claire.
Oh yeah, the shopping's great.
Many guests are surprised to learn when Henry built this place in 1989, he never intended it to be a bed and breakfast.
This building here was actually built as my home some time ago, back in '89. That's why it's called Innisfree.
And what does that mean?
Ennis Freeze is a poem written by William Butler Yeats, and it's about his poetic desire to build a little cabin on an island in the middle of a lake in Ireland to get away from everybody. And that was sort of the thought here too. But once we build this, when people saw the building standing here, and as large as it is, I mean, it's not the largest now, but it was large when it was built, they thought it was an inn. And they would drive up here in their cars and knock on the door and ask for a room. And of course, we were renting rooms, and that wasn't our business. But anyway, it grew into that.
Innisfree is just a short drive from Cashiers, another popular mountain escape for many Southerners. And that's where I headed for dinner. There are many wonderful dining options, and I've enjoyed several of them through the years. But this visit, I chose a restaurant I'd never tried, Lonesome Valley's Canyon Kitchen. The setting is extraordinary, and from all I heard, the meal would be as well.
I think it's the overall combination of the scenic view that we have.
It's beautiful.
We've got a very rustic, non-pretentious kind of barn atmosphere. So no white tablecloths and all that kind of stuff. So you sort of have that casual feel. But then when the food comes out,
wow,
it's pretty much the wow factor. That's what we're shooting for, absolutely. And I think we take some of the southern styles and mix it up with some Asian styles, mix it up with whatever we're feeling that week, and hopefully it makes sense and tastes delicious. That's the goal.
And you have a commitment to freshness.
We got a lot of great ingredients from the state that I use on a regular basis. Then we start reaching into Tennessee and Virginia and South Carolina and Florida and Alabama. I mean, we really reach in the South primarily.
It's not an extensive menu,
Right.
but it is very special. How did you settle on the format of the menu?
For us, it's the challenge of coming up with something new and different from the week before, and then also allowing our guests to have a different experience when they come and try different things. So there's folks that are here for the whole summer. They come here every week and they want to see what we're going to do next, and that keeps us challenged to keep pushing.
And it's a 3-course menu.
It is pretty much. The starter is very small. It's something to sort of get your appetite going. Try to keep it really fresh, really light, really seasonal. And then we move on to an appetizer course, which is usually 2 to 3 options, depending on how we're feeling that week. And then entrees are 3 to 4 options, and then desserts 3 to 4 options.
I began my meal savoring a sunburst trout roll with caviar, pickled ginger, and fennel salad. Next came a southern summer salad with watermelon and Cherokee tomato sorbet. The entree I chose was rabbit roulade with Charleston brown rice, lady peas, mushrooms, and mustard glazed rainbow carrots cleverly arranged.
Rabbit with bacon gravy. Absolutely fabulous.
Other temptations that night were Brasstown strip steak and Columbia River wild king salmon. Dessert was a tough choice. First was a classic angel food cake with lavender mousse, blackberry coulis, and a white chocolate wafer. Or guests could choose peanut butter and chocolate, which had a chocolate disc, peanut butter creme, jalapeno chocolate ice cream, and salted caramel popcorn. Canyon Kitchen opened in 2008. Chef Adam Hayes became executive chef here in 2015.
How did you get into the profession, Adam?
If I can't sit in an office chair, I'm too wired, a different way, I should say. So, for me, the kitchen works great. First kitchen job I had, I was basically frying chips on a fry line, and everybody's in there cussing and throwing food, and tickets are coming in. It's like, I need this, I need that, and it's like this all day, and they're like, all right, time for you to go home. And I'm like, what? I just got here, but literally, a 7-hour shift went by. So it was one of those environments where I left saying, oh, this is great.
So you went to culinary school?
Yeah, went to school full time, worked full time, paid my way through, worked for some great chefs and listened to what they said and followed some good direction and learned how to cook along the way.
And apparently you cook well, Adam, because you've had some pretty impressive accolades along the way.
Well, I've had a few. I'm a very competitive person too, so they kind of go hand in hand. Leave it to me to turn my profession into a sport. So I go out there and we won a couple of competitions and got exciting, and we cooked at the James Beard House, which was a lot of fun.
That's like the Academy Awards for food.
We treat every day here, every week at Canyon Kitchen the same. It's like, it's like we're back at the James Beard House cooking this really fantastic menu, and that's kind of our mindset. So with that, we always have to kind of one-up ourselves. It being seasonal in the summer means that that's when we're able to utilize most of the ingredients that we can get our hands on. So for us, we can stay the freshest and stay the most current to what's going on within the season. So the summer season works great, even getting into late, fall. So we really have the restaurant open pretty much from May to October. We usually try to close down about the end of October. This year, we've got 3 weddings in November. So there's talk about what we might do, and we're kicking around possible wine dinners or something like that just on the weekend so that we can still be open and doing some things.
If you'd like to dine at Canyon Kitchen, it's a good idea to make a reservation.
We do have a wait list every night during the summer, so we get booked up pretty fast. And I'd say as soon as you know you're going to be in the area, make a reservation at Canyon Kitchen.
Most like to arrive before their reservations to allow time to sip cocktails and take in the view.
You know, we try to use as many craft spirits as possible. We work with the gardens. We have a lot of different herbs growing in the garden. And we work those infusions into the cocktails and just create some interesting drinks.
When folks leave, what do you want them to say?
I think I want them to say, wow, this was a remarkable experience. Give us a chance, you know, trust us that we're going to cook something really cool and really different.
After a delicious dinner and a refreshing night's sleep, I was ready for one of Ennis Freeze's legendary breakfasts, brought right to my door.
Oh,
Good morning to you.
How are you this morning?
Oh, what a way to start my day, thank you.
Yeah, you are.
People love the breakfast. And of course, it varies from morning to morning.
Oh, a beautiful fruit.
Yeah, it is beautiful.
One dish is like an egg souffle. Another is a very special French toast.
Good morning.
Oh, thank you. This is a
you
wonderful start.
Yeah.
And then a vegetable quiche. It's always a popular part of the day.
After breakfast, I decided to try my hand fishing on Lake Glenville. I had not fished in years, so I enlisted the help of local fisherman Gary Wright, who knows every inch of this lake.
What can we catch in here, Gary?
We have largemouth, we have smallmouth, we have trout, yellow perch, and it's loaded with brim or panfish. So if you want to catch brim, sunfish, whatever you call them, the only thing you have to do is just get you a bobber and some crickets. And any of these banks here, particularly where you see blowdowns, they're just loaded. You know, you can take the kids out and it would be nothing to catch 100 in a day's time.
Oh. Gary, are there any tips you can give me fishing on the lake?
Yes, Karen. If you have an option, fish it under low light conditions.
Like early evening?
Evening,
Dawn?
dawn, night. This is a cold, clear, deep water lake, and the fish usually stay fairly deep during the bright sunshine. Okay. Wow! Goodness! You were holding out on me. Some days it doesn't really matter your skill level, you're just not going to catch any fish. Look at her cast, Lord.
This was one of those days, but that was fine with me because I got to practice my casting and cruise around the lake on a beautiful summer day.
So if the fishing isn't that good, just cruise the lake.
Sure, the lake is beautiful. So, and usually the weather is really nice. So you can have a delightful day here whether the fish bite or not.
And how big is the biggest fish you've caught here?
The biggest fish I've caught out of this lake is a 9 1/4 pound largemouth bass.
You keep it?
Mounted it.
And is lake fishing your thing?
Yes, I used to stream fish, but as I'll say my maturity gained on me, those rocks seem to get slippery.
Gary, I hate my time with you's over.
Well, same here, Karen. This has been a lovely afternoon. I hope you've enjoyed Lake Glenville.
Enjoyed it, and it was good to cast my line again, you know?
Right, and you're a great, I'm going to call you the Chattanooga caster.
I'll take it.
Before leaving town, I wanted to check out the shopping in Cashiers and have lunch at one of the local eateries, Cornucopia. Serving lunch and dinner, the menu is varied and should satisfy whatever you are craving. After lunch, I wandered through the tempting shops I'd been passing by. If you like antiques, you'll find them here. Just one stop offered beautiful European and American pieces. I also discovered lovely linens and gifts. The shops are diverse. There's something for just about every taste. If you need to pick up a special outfit, you can't miss in Cashiers. Not only are there upscale clothing stores, there are resale shops that might appeal to you as well. And then there are the specialty shops, such as this one offering handmade clutches, coin purses, and other leather goods. If you like outdoor concerts, you'll love the free live performances offered on the Village Green. On Friday nights in the summer, this space fills with people enjoying bluegrass, country, and traditional mountain music. It is important to note many businesses and restaurants in the area close during the colder months. But winter does offer its own charms, and you'll still find plenty to experience and enjoy in the area.
I hope you get a chance to visit this beautiful part of North Carolina. For me, it's been a pleasure. Remember, before you hit the road, always contact your destination first, because hours of operation may change. From Cashiers, I'm Karen Elliott, wishing you a wonderful experience wherever you travel.
For a copy of this program, call 423-702-7800 or email videoservices@wtcitv.org.